Sam had always been skeptical about ghost stories. As a traveling salesman, he had stayed in hundreds of hotels, from cheap roadside motels to historic grand hotels that claimed to have haunted past. But nothing had ever happened until the night he checked into the Riverside Grand Hotel. The hotel had stood for over a century, its ornate lobby lined with dusty chandeliers and faded red carpeting. It had a charm, though, the kind that whispered of old money and long-buried secrets. The clerk at the front desk, a frail old man with sunken eyes, handed Sam his key without meeting his gaze. "Room 209, he said quietly, sliding the key across the counter. Something about his tone made Sam pause. "Everything okay?" The clerk hesitated. "Just let me know if you hear anything." That was an odd thing to say, but Sam shrugged it off and made his way up the grand staircase. The hallway was dimly lit, the air thick with the scent of aged wood and something else, something faintly metallic. The brass numbers on the doors were worn, as if countless hands had traced them over the years. When he reached room 209, a strange sensation prickled at the back of his neck. He shook it off, unlocked the door, and stepped inside. The room was small but cozy. A queen-size bed, a desk, and a single window overlooking the river. Everything seemed normal, until night fell. It started around 2:13 a.m. A soft scratching sound just outside his door. Sam sat up listening. The noise was faint, almost like nails lightly scraping against wood. He frowned, wondering if it was a guest passing by, but the sound was too deliberate, too slow. Then the whispering began. It was so quiet at first that he thought he was imagining it. A low, breathy murmur just beyond the door. He strained to hear, but the words were muffled. A cold wave of unease crept up his spine. Sam got out of bed, his heart hammering against his ribs. He approached the door cautiously and peered through the peephole. Nothing. The hallway was empty. Just as he let out a relieved breath, a shadow moved. Not from the sides, but from above. Something was hanging from the ceiling. Sam stumbled back, nearly tripping over his bag. His breath came in short, panicked gasps. The whispering grew louder. Then 3 slow knocks sounded against the door. Knock, knock, knock. Shaking, he grabbed his phone and turned on the flashlight. Summoning every ounce of courage, he flung the door open. The hallway was empty, but the whispers hadn't stopped. They were inside the room now. Sam whirled around, scanning the shadows. His flashlight beam flickered as the air turned icy. And then, in the reflection of the mirror, he saw it. A figure standing behind him. It had no face, no eyes, no mouth, just a smooth expanse of pale skin. Its head was tilted unnaturally, as if observing him with silent curiosity. Sam spun around, but the room was empty. A gust of cold air brushed past him, and the whispering turned into something else. A low, breathy chuckle. The lights flickered, and the door slammed shut on its own. Sam lunged for the handle, yanking it open, and bolted down the hallway. At the front desk, the old clerk didn't even look surprised. "You saw him, didn't you?" Sam panted, his hands trembling. What the hell was that?" The clerk sighed, adjusting the glasses on his nose. "He's been in room 209 for decades. He doesn't like when people stay the night." Sam left without another word. He never got his things, never asked for a refund. He never went back.